go get something to drink. Alright, everybody's back. At least the ones that count. I changed the title, Sissy, and put you an early birthday greeting in this one. But the all caps thing, let me tell you a funny story. This is how I learned it. That some people really can't see good. I understand that. I wear glasses myself. But anyway, I had posted a video, and I think it's one of my sightings videos. I can't remember if it's the one where it picked on the window or another one. But there's some guy that was arguing about it in a, this is actually a pretty funny story, in a Facebook group. He was arguing about it. And saying, I can't see nothing, there ain't nothing there, and da da da. It was either the one that I took after it tapped on the window or the one up on the hill, whenever I had the one that kind of ducked down behind the leaves in the tree. But he was typing in all caps. And I was like, and I had heard, typing on in all caps is yelling, which I kind of thought was silly. Then I was like, well, dude, why are you yelling at me? His response was, and this guy was being pretty rude about it. And his response was, I have to type in all caps because I can't see. And I said, well, that's real good. Here you're arguing with me over a video that I took that I know something was there and you can't see. And you're arguing because you don't see anything in it and you have to type in all caps. And I just thought I still think it's funny. I mean, that's just how silly people are. I mean, his whole argument was there's nothing in the video. He can't see nothing in the video. Then he admits that he's half blind. If I was a good storyteller, I probably could have told that better. Whatever. Yeah. Maybe you're just causing trouble. That's all. Which is nothing new. Are you gonna get on camera now? Or are you just coming over to knock it down? You're like a wrecking ball or something, baby. I had thought about going up on the hill today or tonight whenever I got home. I wanted to come in and grab my fluid and stuff until all this happened. Which I might still go up there because I'm not hearing nothing down here. So they might be across the way. I'm trying to see if they make any noises. That's another thing I don't get. People say, "Oh, you don't see them during the full moon." Some of my best encounters it has been a full moon. Don't tell me that they don't come out on a full moon. I mean, that's got to give them an advantage seeing. I mean, I understand it gives other critters that they might be hunting an advantage seeing, but they're going to take that. I mean, people have daylight sightings, so why would a moon phase affect them any? Unless it's like deer feeding times or something like that. Gatlinburg is about not quite 4 hours from here. I've got some good friends that live down there. Yeah, they're really good people in here, William. Matt just gets confused a little bit, but yeah, that happens whenever you're upside down. He lives in Australia. And people's upside down. Sometimes he's at sea too long, too, methinks. Yeah, plus he's rotten. You live near Gatlinburg. Have you ever heard of a place called Boogertown Road? That's where my friends live at. What's wrong with you, Matt? If we didn't love you, Matt, we wouldn't pick on you. You might know him. The guy's name is Michael Ogle. He's been down here, and he now believes in boogers. He came down last year. Hopefully, they'll be down this year. I'm sure you know the name Ogle. There's daggum Ogles everywhere down there. Ooh, did y'all hear that? Not sure what that was, but it was something. It sucks. Is it flu season there? Good night. Somebody put Lady in timeout. I can't take her nowhere. Hi, Barb. Just ignore Lady. She's like that. No, he didn't believe in him until he was down here. But where he lives at, where he was born and raised at, it's called Boogertown Road. I did some videos while I was up there and found a bunch of signs. There's a lot of black bear down there too. So I don't know. I watched a video last night with Lloyd Pye. I can't remember what the video was called, but that was the dude's name. He's passed on now, and I guess now he knows he was wrong about a bunch of stuff. But anyway, you eat the meat and you spit out the bones. And one of the bones he was talking about was migration, and I don't agree with that. Now there's certain instances, like out in the Rockies, that boogers would follow the game, which it's not really migration. When you think of migration, you think of geese or monarch butterflies and such, or like the over in Africa they have the great migrations. Following the rain is what they're doing over there. But boogers, I think they stay put. I know they do here. I know they do other places. Stay put year round because of the water. They got food and water and all that. But yeah, he's saying that they migrate. Like over in the Rockies, in the summertime, the deer herds move up higher in elevation. And in the winter, they come down because it's just too daggum cold up top to hang out. Yeah, I don't think they migrate. However, now, a lady in the woods told me a story, and there's certain instances that does it. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Deep, but they've got what is it, like a military base or firing range or something that they do maneuvers on certain periods of the year, and they will pass through her area, getting out of there because nobody. It's hard to sleep with bombs and shots going off all around you. So they move out of there while they're doing the maneuvers, and they'll come back through, and it happens, I guess, certain times of the year. So I mean, you can, I guess, consider that a mini migration or whatever. But as long as they've got food and water and shelter, then they're good. There's a few other things that they like to have around, but well, William, you're down there in around Gallenberg. I mean, I would say right down. I know for sure around Pigeon Forge, and there's tourists and stuff down there. I guarantee they move in down there, and I guarantee they're pretty daggum close. Actually, I think Bear from the Outlaws is he's got a research spot down there. Cades Cove is another great place. You're absolutely right, Frank. I've got a friend that I met on Facebook uh, that does a lot of researching in Cades Cove. But what I mean, they've got to have, yeah. I think a lot of these parks are for boogers, like the national forests, national parks, and such. I think that's why they've got them there. But they're a lot closer than people think. That's one of the reasons I started this channel to show how close they do come in contact with human. If they've got plenty of cover, plenty of places to hide, if you're in a place that's nothing but cornfields, maybe a patch of forest here and there, small patches of forest, and they might pass through there or something. But if there's a pretty good sized forest, and down there in the Smokies, it's a pretty good sized forest. I'll just about guarantee there's boogers there. And all you can do is go out and look for signs. And, you watch videos, people show structures and everything. And I've showed structures and all that. But just keep in mind, not everything's Bigfoot. I mean, limbs do fall. Like the limb out in the driveway tonight. If that hadn't, if it wasn't a maple limb with underneath a chestnut tree, the closest maple's 20 yards away, and it could have flew down there, but the big tipping point for me there was the rake on top of it. So that's a pretty good sign. But anyway, on structures, look for weaving. I mean, look for something that's just totally unexplainable unless it's being manipulated. And hunters and such, they'll go out and build blinds and stuff. I've done it. So yeah, just be careful. But look for structures. Look for twists in breaks. Like you got a small tree that's broke over. Look for a twist in it. She's fine. I was talking to her a while ago. I guess she's just not hitting it as hard. This can take a toll on you, which I'm kind of taking a break too. I haven't been out in the woods doing any boogering in a couple of weeks, and I probably won't for the next few weeks. Unless it's up in Wisconsin. I'm going up to Wisconsin here pretty soon to visit my brother and his new baby. Baby, why you gotta lay down right there and lick, huh? What you doing? Something wrong with you? Oh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty and stinky again. You stink again. You need another bath. Yeah, you need another bath. I'm from West Virginia. Lived in North Carolina a little bit. Lived in Tennessee a little bit. Now I'm in Kentucky. Yeah, it's a little boy. Cute little feller too. Thank you. They live around Appleton, which I guess is central Wisconsin. And I looked it up because I was listening to a podcast the other night, and they was talking about the Beast of Bray Road, and I have to drive through there on my way up, or close to it anyway. So I'm thinking about going and catching that beast while I'm up there. Eastern. As far as I know, that's just the wood boogers here. I mean, that's all I've ever seen, like track wise and such. Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos, Frank. Yep, I've got a playlist from LBL. I went down there and met the Outlaws, not last March, but March of 2017. Not Patricia. Grundy. We used to pass through there whenever I went to the beach. That's right across the border. That's a beautiful, beautiful area. Huge mountains. Yeah, supposedly a dog man. So I guess I'll have to catch me a dog man. I'll go buy me a leash and a collar, maybe one of my trucker collars and a dog whistle. I mean, how hard can it be? Who is Jim? What do you mean? Sissy, what was the name of that podcast? I know you was in there. I can't think of it right now. They just did one with oh, what was the woman's name? I can't remember right now. I'm hearing thunder. I think there's, and I don't know what it is. I think the population of them's going up. I mean, you hear more about them now, but I don't know if that's where we got social media and more people can share stories from here and there, or if their population is coming up. Because whenever the Europeans moved to this country, then the native population went down from disease, wars, and such. So I wonder if our diseases we carried over here affected them to where their populations went down, and now they're recovering. If I try to draw simple pictures, they probably really get a laugh out of it. My drawing, yeah, Linda Godfrey, that's her name. Paranormal Portal. Linda Godfrey. Thank you, Cece. Someday Cece's gonna be on there with her spook stories. Awesome Slossom spook stories. It's gonna be great. Oh, they got him back? That's cool. I need to go back and listen to that show with Linda. I had heard of her before, but never really looked into it. When's that show, Matt? Do you know? There's Willie. I think I just heard something up the holler. Maybe they're up the holler now. Get my big ear here. You know, I could probably rig me up a piece of cardboard or something and wedge it in there. Make that a lot better. No, it'd have to have a wire. I could connect the thing up. I have to unplug the recorder and connect that to it. Let's try that, Sissy. Good idea. Hang on. Be better if I had a few more hands. I guess I could just let that sucker hang down there, couldn't I? Maybe. Where I have the plug at on this thing. Is that it? Where's it down? Hang on, I'll spin you. There you go, Matt. It should be right side up for you now. Alright, it's plugged in. Can y'all tell any difference? Hello, DD. What light? I don't see a light. We got a full moon. Can y'all really not hear? They have the have been the right hole. Let me look. Well, you gonna come over here and be loud now? That's the right one. Well, I've got it pointing at the holler away from me, so it really shouldn't pick me up too much. I really don't know. See if it makes any difference if I put it on the other one. It's got two settings. Alright, how's that? Bailey's out in front of it. Can you hear her? I'd say they probably don't ever throw rocks around here, Matt. My boogers ain't known for throwing rocks. Alright, it's unplugged now. I want to listen to. Now that I'm not. What in the world have I done? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can hear real good. Check this feature out. Huh? Look here. Ain't that groovy? You're just jealous, D. I don't blame you though. Who wouldn't be jealous of that? I'm gonna try and knock, see if anything happens. Ain't done one in a while. Something just moved up there on the hill. Better get my ear on. That is amazing. I can hear Willie really good. It's got this on it too. But I can tilt it back and forth, rotate it around. It's pretty fancy. Full disclosure though, I didn't make the stand. That came with my camera. If I'd have made that stand, I'd have used some duct tape or something. Hello, Nella. Dee Dee. Alright, listen, my wheelie's going. I'll hook that up to the... My wheelie's going, I'll hook it up and see if y'all can tell the difference in it. Let me get it out here. Alright, there it is, focused on him where he's at, close to it. Now I'm going to unplug it. It's unplugged now. Thank you, Nala. And no, it's not for sale. I just had an idea. I could duct tape a selfie stick on here and leave my camera, my phone hooked to it. And daggum it, that's why I didn't want people to get jealous. You guys have to work, and I can't afford to sit around and make these for everybody. I figured everybody be wanting one. Right, Netta. We'll see if he moves off. That's usually how they do. We'll start and move off, get quieter, move off. bet you I could duct tape my selfie stick thing on this part right here and put my phone in it. That's a good idea. Might be able to fit that. Fit my recorder, and I just heard something. Duct tape and baling wire. Around here in the coal mines, they used a lot of electrical tape, that black tape. We didn't get no fancy duct tape till probably the 80s or 90s at least. Super glue. That's too high tech. Glue your fingers. Hey, lady, you took a mean pill tonight, didn't you? Picking on everybody. Hello, Mission. That is amazing. Sorry, I'm turning my dish to different areas. My brother, like I said, he lives up in Wisconsin now. But him and a bunch of his buddies went to a Packers game, and they made they made their clothes out of the Packers green and yellow. I think's the Packers colors. But they made their clothes out of nothing but duct tape and went to the game dressed like that. I've lived here full time for going on 8 years now, but I've been coming down here for 41 years. Didn't know about the boogers till about 5 years ago. I've got another one out there too, but it's got, I guess it had holes in it or whatever, and somebody put the roofing tar in it to make it waterproof. So I might make another one. At least have one for. At least have one for backup. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know where you got that from. Welch. I lived in Logan, which wasn't too far away. Where you been hanging out at? I just heard a scream up the holler. I don't know if that picked up on my phone or not. It was like, whoa. It's more like a moan than a scream. I don't know if it picked up on the phone. It's recorded though. Y'all watch your ears. Here, I'll mute it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really hope you're kidding, Frank. But sadly, you're probably not. The funnier part is not. It's not even spelled the same. Oh, thank you, Sissy. We had them Canadian geese down at work. There's like a pond, and they would. They're not very smart, but every time we drive by one in a truck or whatever, they'd always cross the road right in front of you. I don't know why they was hanging out on the one side of the road. There's nothing but a building, I guess, so nothing snuck up on them. For a while, they had a baby, and I called him Whitehead, and I don't know what happened to the baby. Now the parents are gone too, so I don't know. But Canadian geese are not very smart. Definitely not as smart as American geese. I tell you something else that's mean is turkeys. One time when I was a wee lad, probably 7 or 8 years old, Papa had turkeys down here, and we was up here, and it was either for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I can't remember what dinner it was, but it was. I remember I had a big jacket on. But then turkeys chased me through the yard. I'm looking right at the area where the garden is. Then you go up toward the road. They chased me up to the yard and had me pinned up there. Like the mountain that's real thick right there. It still is to this day. And there's a big ditch line up there on the other side of the road. They had me pinned up there, and man, it was a strut and getting ready to flog me. I mean, his whole head was red as could be, strutting around and all fluffed up. Man, here I was, just a little feller. And I took my jacket off and threw it on top of that turkey's head and ran in. Made Papa come out and get my jacket. Willie's in a pine tree. Hear the little knocking sound he makes at the end of his call. That's how you can tell a real one. Oh, turkeys can fly. I about hit one today, matter of fact. Oh, you don't like Willie? Oh, it's right in front of me. It's probably no more than 20 yards away right now. One time he landed on the back or the front porch and done that. Right up in the pine. Willie! Ooh, that's lightning. Good night. I've heard the boogers imitate whippoorwills before, but listen at the very end of each call. It's like a little knocking sound. Y'all remember how quiet it was whenever I first went live on the first one? I hear another whippoorwill now. Yeah, I'm walked underneath the tree. Must have moved. I never did hear him fly though. He's up on the hill. Boogers will imitate a screech owl too, and you can tell a difference in them by basically counting the notes. They call it the bionic bird whenever a booger does it. It's more like. Listen, the frogs are going crazy. Y'all remember whenever I first went live? Of course, I pulled in too, so that's a little bit different to the environment. But it stayed quiet for a long time. Now it's active. Like the night critters are all active again. I think the boogers have moved off. Wow, what happened there, Willie? He hit fast forward on that one. That must be the see you later part of the song. Or not. He's back over here in the pine tree. Yeah, good idea. Get the flare. Get the flare, dummy. Bailey, you're a fine guard dog. Yes, you are. That's just how he does. Hollering for a mate. I'm not gonna be able to see him up in the pine. No way. I don't see him. Yeah, they're not very big. Like a woodcock or something. They're also a ground nesting bird. You ain't gonna see nothing in the pine. Ew. Whipperhill. Whippoorwills nest on the ground. Pretty sure. Woodcocks do too. Oh, Willie he's a champion caller. There's no doubt about that. He's going off. Oh, baby. Right now, I'm gonna run my wheelie off. Not just to say I know it all. I knows it don't. Check that out. Just kidding. I really do know it all. Don't believe me, ask D. Like a sugar glider, flying squirrel, Matt. There's a bunch of those here. Back whenever I used to put game cameras out in the woods for game to see the deer, I used to get pictures of them all the time. I'm sure they was whippoorwills. They blend right in. I've actually walked up, within almost stepping on one. They blend right in with the leaf litter, the females do. And it was sitting on eggs, and white didn't move. I guess that's what they rely on is blending in, so no critters eat the eggs or whatever. Same as a turkey bird, like a baby turkey, man. It looks just like a leaf. You can walk right up on a turkey nest if there's beeties in it, and they won't go nowhere. They might get underneath a leaf or something, but usually they're still, and you can't hardly see them. Not Netta. Yeah, I believe I'm gonna get off here too. The boogers have all had their life and went on. I guess they went to get their dinner too. No, it's nothing but Willie, the frogs, and the airplanes. Yeah, I've heard they don't make very good pets, but I've been out and they're very vocal at night too, aren't they? Hush D. Good night, Sissy, and happy birthday. Y'all have a good night. Hang on, listen. The heck is that? Did you hear that noise? Daggum it. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was the wicker wheel making that weird noise. I've never heard that. Huh? That's coming from the hillside. We'll hear it now. I thought it was one laughing or something at first. I was like, rah, 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 rah. Anyway, I'm gonna go get me a shower. I'll probably sit out here a little bit tonight and listen with my fancy, fancy big ear. So if anything happens, I'll try to go back live. If not, I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Happy birthday, Sissy. Y'all be good to each other.